3 years ago, we began to head west in what would be a month-long road trip in our SUV. The following year, we decided we were going to move there. If you're new here, we're Kyle, Alana, and this is our pup Diesel. During that time on the road, we fell in love with the idea of this minimalist lifestyle that so many seem to be chasing nowadays. We found true freedom on the road, spending more time outdoors and camping somewhere new every night. We figured why not live this way instead of just on vacations. After 2 years of calling Vancouver Island home, our itchy feet got the best of us and it was time to hit the road again. Soon, we'll be on the ferry north to Prince Rupert, but first we've got some exploring left to do on this incredible island. You can always make more money, but your time here is never guaranteed. We're Way of the Roads. Join us on the great North American adventure.
Really excited. Well, today is the day. We are officially heading North Island. We've been getting the van ready the last week, and if you can tell from my voice, I'm feeling a little run down because it's been nonstop just making sure we have things, wrapping things up at work. Kyle and I both finished up at our jobs last week. Beautiful day. It's been like blue sky, sunshine the last 2 weeks here on the island. Cannot ask for better weather here. And so we're going to do a little road trip today and see what we get up to. I can't believe it's today. Like, we've been planning this for the last couple years and it feels so surreal that it's happening, and we're just excited to get started. We're just going down our first logging road right now, and I'm back in the van, just making sure everything stays together. The doors are just opening up a bit. And we just don't want things falling off the counter. So that's what we're working with here right now. And she's dusty. She's pretty dusty in here already. And I'm hanging with Diesel down here. Hey, buddy. Yeah.
How about that ride in?
She dusty. Shake everything out.
Holy shit. Everything's just got a nice thin layer of dust on it. It's our first night on the road again, so this calls for at least one celebratory drink. We had a really good chat with our neighbors beside us. It's kind of fitting actually, because they've been traveling for the last 50 years together, and this is our first night, so I just felt like there was some sort of reason why we had to chat with them today.
Pretty inspiring. I can't wait to be in my late 70s and have traveled the world.
Yeah, and to be talking to people our age at that point.
Yeah.
And telling them all our stories. What can I get for you, buddy? Popcorn? Some chips? What will be? Yeah. Hungry?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, bottom's still hot.
Okay. Wow,
eggs.
that looks delicious.
Look at that.
Cooked to perfection.
Just went for a nice little stroll this morning around the park, had our coffee. I think we're gonna brew up another one, head down to the lake, get ourselves showered up and smelling nice before we head into town. Pretty much this whole place to ourselves, which has been just fantastic. Nope. See ya. Hey, buddy. Just a little guy. Got every opening to the van completely shut this time. Roads are still dry, so we're kicking up quite a bit of dust. We gave old Walt here a good cleaning the other day, so we don't want to do that again.
And we also just moved a couple things around. The water jug is by the sliding door and it's out of the cupboard because it kept sliding out and we don't want the cupboards to break or anything. And then we put the Blue Eddy on the floor so it's not sliding off the bench.
Because it almost fell on Diesel the other day.
Yeah, so thankfully I was back there with him, so that didn't happen, so.
Looks like we can just stay in the vehicle for most of the ferry ride. I think it's about 40 minutes to get to Suntula Island or Malcolm Island. And yeah, making a little detour today. We're gonna check it out. Yeah, it's got a lot of history there too. Apparently from what I was reading, it started where Finnish settlers made their way over to this island, and it's they found refuge there from Vancouver Island or the harsh conditions, work conditions that were here in the early 1900s. And yeah, it looks like a lovely place, so we're excited to check it out.
You're good. So we're standing where the orcas come up here on the rock beach and they rub. Literally right here. And this guy wants to go in the ocean. Any other time I'd say it's fine, but I'd be like, ooh. We were just saying like it's quite shallow and then it drops. And I'm assuming the orcas come up quite quickly, so we'll just watch. Diesel could just admire. I think he's still too close.
He's dying to go in. Sorry, dude.
Diesel, what's this? Look, what's this? Not interested.
He's like, nah, I'm good.
Okay. Not that excited. I thought it was cool.
You ready to take on the staircase?
Yes. It's not maintained past this point. Looks pretty good. That's pretty sturdy. We're just gonna go slow.
It's just made out of old trees.
Woo! It's cool.
Yeah.
Oh God. I know.
What are we whipping up tonight?
Some lean ground beef with vegetables and rice. And it's also after 8 o'clock, like it's so late for us. Usually we're going to bed around this time.
And I feel the further north that we get, our sleep schedule is going to get thrown off more and more, just because that sun eventually is just not going to go down at a certain point. Once we reach the Arctic Circle, 24 hours of daylight, that sun just stays on the horizon. So last time we went up there, we were staying up till midnight, some nights, 1 in the morning. I think it's important we try and keep sort of the same sleep schedule, but if we're off by a few hours here and there, it's no big deal. Like, we're just gonna have a big old feast right now, eat a whole bunch of food, enjoy this lovely campsite that we have tonight. Been spending a lot of time outdoors the past few days because back on the road again, and man, that feels good. It really does. Just going from place to place, traveling around, it's a really good feeling. Been waiting a long time to be back out doing this.
So the plan today, I always say plan, but the plan changes so much. We're on Malcolm Island. And what we're thinking today is we'll explore the island a little bit, and then we're going to take the ferry back from Malcolm Island to Port McNeill on Vancouver Island, and then probably just continue heading North Island towards Port Alice. So we're just kind of debating what we want to do for the last couple days because of time, and we don't know, like, do we want to go to Cape Scott and hang out at San Joe? Or do we want to check out another place in camp? We're just kind of playing around with some ideas while we're having coffee right now. It's a little bittersweet leaving the island. I just brought our Backroads map book out because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, we're not going to be able to look at this one day.
It's seen some better days too.
So we just finished our little hike on the trail towards the lighthouse, and we are posted up in the middle of the logging road making some oatmeal because there's a little bit of construction going on right now, so we have about 15-20 minutes of waiting. So we thought, why not make some food? So Kyle's whipping up some oatmeal in the back.
Before, when we did this, it was always a huge ordeal to, like, open the doors, get stuff out of the cooler, make it, and then hopefully you were done in time before traffic started. But we can literally just stay in our home and hop on back, make some food, and quick, done, easy, and then we're back on the road. Coming in. Special delivery. We've stopped for a little pee break here and noticed some salmon berries right in this little rest area here. Unlike the blackberry bushes, these ones aren't trying to kill you, because every time you go into a blackberry bush, you end up coming out with a bunch of scrapes on you. We'll save some for the bears.
All the good ones are at the very top.
I know, some really don't want you to have them. Guys.
Don't drive it.
Well, we've made our way back to the logging roads, and just outside of Port Alice there's a loop that you can do with some pretty decent camping options around this area. So we're going to meander around a little bit, some of these dusty gravel roads, and see what we find. And when I say dusty, it's very dusty. Come on, bud. Oh, come on.
Okay.
Oh.
Hi.
It's okay.
It's like swimming lessons.
There you go.
Oh, yes.
It's taking me away. Help. Help. Bye, guys. Let me get your fish oils. Okay, you ready? There you go. Been on such a mango kick lately. Well, Alana has, and it's gotten me into it. But when it's that
When it's ripe.
perfect ripeness,
I'm gonna go swimming and wash my hair.
yeah, head down to the river, take another bath.
The water was so warm last night. So awesome.
We have to be in Port Hardy on Monday, first thing in the morning. I think we may just end up going towards Cape Scott Way. It's about an 80-kilometer stretch from Port Hardy to the coast where Cape Scott is. And there's lots to do and see in between there. Lots of logging roads. Last time we did it, it was fairly rough. And we're really trying to be nice to our home on wheels. We're in it for the long run here. You know, we're here for a good time and a long time. So we don't want to beat it down first thing, but it is the summer season. Last time we did it, it was the off season, so they probably hadn't graded anything yet. So I have a feeling now, just by seeing this stretch that we're doing here just outside of Port Alice, much more groomed compared to last time. So we'll get a feel for it, see how it goes. Yeah, we're really enjoying our last few days here on Vancouver Island before we get onto the ferry to head to Prince Rupert.
My hair was a little crazy after swimming in the river last night. It was in these like crazy curls, so I just brushed it out because I'm gonna do a little bath today. But she a little wild. She a little wild. Oh no! I lost a crock. Good thing they float. Whew.
We got coffee, of course, because these logging roads require
Thank you.
you to stay quite caffeinated. can take that one. We got an apple crumble.
Ooh.
It's cold, it looks super good. And then the last blueberry scone. So
Ooh.
sugar and caffeine, baby.
So this just in. Again, we had a little spot of service and just wanted to check in with our ferry schedule and a few other things. And we thought we were leaving Monday morning for the ferry to Prince Rupert, but no, we are leaving Tuesday morning. So it's a good thing we checked, because that just gives us an extra day to hang out North Island before we actually take the ferry.
Thank God it's a day later and not a day earlier or anything like that.
Yeah, so we're heading to Holberg now. We decided to make the drive. Last time we did this drive, we had the van and we had our SUV bed in the back of the van. But this time we're fully equipped, so hopefully with the extra weight it won't be as bumpy.
We're not even on the gravel yet and it's already bumpy.
We're still on the paved road, so we'll see how this goes. But another beautiful day, so we'll see what we get up to. A little bit of cleaning up to do along the way, taking the jug out and then taking the pump out because it was in here slipping out and then water was spilling everywhere, and then I pulled it out and spilled more water.
We are posted up in the town of Holberg. Food was fantastic. We were feeling pretty full afterwards, so we just went down the road, found a little spot along the Holberg Inlet, and we were going to camp out for the night. We were hesitant on going down the logging road towards Cape Scott Way. It was super bumpy at first, and I'm honestly really just getting more confident with going down logging roads in general. And I mean, this is our home, you know, it's a vehicle, but it's not really equipped for that stuff. And like I was saying before, we have lots of adventuring to do and lots of rugged remote roads that we're kind of saving that for. But you know what? We're not going to be here for quite a while, so we decided we're going to head down, see where we make it, and just go with the flow. Some beautiful weather to make it more appealing. And yeah, so far we're loving it here. We've got a few more days before we get on the ferry. We have one extra day, actually, because thankfully Alana told me to look earlier today. It's Tuesday and not Monday, but thankfully it's an extra day and not the day before. So if we weren't to look and were have missed it, that would have just been the worst thing ever. Definitely a very expensive mishap. Thankfully that's not the case. We're gonna post up and see what tomorrow brings.
Good morning. We are sitting outside of our van and there's just been a little bit of chaos happening the last few minutes. Diesel just went out to do his business, came back to the van, and out of nowhere a dog showed up. There's another truck camping here and the person is like sleeping in the bed of the truck, and so they have a dog. So the dog came over, it's a female, and we're pretty sure she's in heat or something because Diesel's going nuts. So they have just been playing and, you know, showing their love and affection, I think, for one another, and it was really comical to watch. And then I had gone over just to check on them, and they decided to go cool off in the ocean. And right now the tide is way out, and it's a little smelly and just not great. So we really didn't want Diesel to go in there. So he did, and I had to call Kyle over to bring the harness and the leash, because there's no way, like, we were shaking the treats, and like a cat, you know how you do that for your cat? It just wasn't working. So we had to hook him up, bring him over, tie him up, and then clean him up, and it was pretty nasty on the towel. And then we just kind of sat down a few minutes ago, so it's kind of been funny because now the dog, she keeps coming over here and like is like, hey, what's going on? And Diesel's just whining, like he just wants her so bad. So it's really funny because we don't really see this side of Diesel very often. So we're just having our morning coffee and just watching all this unfold in front of us.
He's even dressed up a little bit to try and get his new girlfriend to come back. That's a good look there, buddy. No, you gotta have a little more energy than that. Well, we've made it to San Joseph Bay. Got a little bit bumpy on the way in, the last few kilometers. But we made it, and this is technically the only trail and beach Diesel's allowed to be on. So there's lots of really nice hiking trails in and around the Cape Scott area. Besides that fact, this is still a wonderful place to be. You don't really need to go too far to find the nice spots. They're all pretty fantastic. Hello! I couldn't wait till town. After being in the ocean yesterday and waking up, I just felt disgusting. I think what I really need to do is just get a haircut. What do you think?
I think you can rock a bandana or something. I tied it in a cute little braid yesterday. But
no, she didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, she didn't.
Yes, it did.
It wasn't cute.
I have proof.
It was cool.
I have proof.
Nothing like showering in a bucket.
There, you look much more refreshed. There you go.
Anytime we shower in a bucket, it reminds me of our first trip out west that Alana and I took. We were like 3-4 days in, and we stopped at this truck stop in Saskatchewan, I believe it was. And yeah, we just dipped our heads in a bucket with some shampoo because we were feeling gross and grimy from traveling. And yeah, even just dipping your head, something as simple as dipping your head in a bucket, makes you feel like $1 million. The transition from gravel to paved road. Look at, we're flying.
So apparently this is a ritual now when you come to Port Hardy. you get onion rings at the A&W. Last time we were here, I had this craving for onion rings. I literally don't know why. And Kyle just rolled up. It's like we were magnetized to the drive-thru. And I'm like, we haven't even really had like an official breakfast yet.
I wasn't in control. The wheel just started turning into the drive-thru, and here we are.
And I'm like, well, we could just get like an egg and bacon on a English muffin or something. He goes, hi, can I get 2 orders of
It's
onion
almost 2 in the
rings?
afternoon. I'm having onion rings.
They do smell good.
Those are heavy. It's got some weight to them. So yeah,
They're done.
now it's tradition for onion rings in Port Hardy.
They're great.
Probably super hot, but
Okay, we are on the Northern Expedition. It's pretty surreal that we're on this ferry right now. We booked it back in January and we've had the countdown since. So we're really excited to be on this ferry. It's about 16 hours on this thing. So we've kind of explored the vessel a little bit already and just finished having breakfast. Now we're just looking out the window, enjoying the views, and we're gonna take you guys along with us on this next big adventure.